Hey, I'm Jonny May from Piano with Jonny, and today I'm going to teach you my Shout Hallelujah Gospel Groove from my Gospel Grooves series. And this Gospel Groove is super fun to play. Check it out. So as you can see, it's super fun to play. Now this is for intermediate level players, so if you're on the early intermediate side or the late intermediate side, this is perfect for you. So let's go ahead and start the lesson. Okay, so I actually want to start with that right hand groove because it's very repetitive. In fact, you only have to learn a couple measures and then you have a big chunk of the song learned, okay? So we are in the key of F major. F major has one flat, B flat, okay? And we're kind of starting on this kind of minor F chord. This is an F sort of minor 7 chord. If you play this F in the bottom, C, E flat, and A flat, it's an F minor 7, okay? So this is kind of the starting position for the right hand. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start on that C by itself in the right hand. So we're gonna go C, and then we're gonna hit this F chord, but we're gonna slide up from the E flat. You see what I did there? So I'm actually striking C, E flat, and A flat, and then I slide up to the F, okay? So this is a challenging technique for many pianists at first, and if you've never done this before, just practice striking and then sliding. Striking, sliding, okay? And then speed it up. And you want it to be as smooth as possible, okay? So make sure to get that down. So we're starting with the C, you're gonna do the slide, and then you're gonna do this. Yeah, there's that gospel right there, okay? So what we're doing here is we're going to an E flat major chord. This is B flat, E flat, and G major, okay? And then the next chord is an F7. This is A, C, E flat, and F. And then we go to this cool B flat chord here in the right hand, okay? This is A flat and D. This is a B flat 7 chord. And then we're gonna punch the full chord here, A flat, D, and F. And then we're gonna do these little punches on a C7 sus4, okay? Very common in gospel music and in blues. When you get to the 5 chord, which we're on the 5 chord, rather than play it as a straight dominant 7th, you play it as a sus chord, okay? And that's what we're doing here, okay? Notes here are B flat, D, and F, and you're gonna punch that twice. Got it? And then we end the phrase with this little slide here on the F7 chord. And what you're gonna do here is you're gonna go basically A flat, C, and F. This is your F minor, but you're gonna slide up to the A. See how that works? So it's the same technique that we did earlier with the slide, where you strike this and slide up. So just kind of practice that. Get nice and comfortable. And that is pretty much the right hand phrase. So what I want to do now is let's do these two measures together. Let's just run through the notes once more and then I'll take you through the rhythm, okay? So we have C, and then the slide, and then take it down, E flat, F7. There's that slide there to the B flat 7. And that slide, you can do it a couple different ways. You can use the 3rd finger and just use that finger to slide, or you can go 2 to 3. Sometimes you can actually slide with 2 fingers. My preference is to do it with 1 finger. That way you actually get a slide motion there. Okay, so that's what I'm doing there, A flat and D. And then I go to the full chord here, A flat, D and F. And then 2 punches, and then our F7 with the slide. Okay? And also keep in mind, you can see my fingering here from the overhead camera, but this is my preferred fingering, but you can change the fingering. In fact, fingering is a bit subjective. There's different ways of fingering passages, and you want to find the fingering that's the easiest for you. Not everyone will agree on fingering, but this is the one I think is the easiest to play. Okay? Let's talk about the rhythm. Here we go. Here's how the rhythm goes. So it's like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. That's it. We'll do it faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And just kind of repeat that over and over again until you're sort of comfortable with it, and you don't even have to count. You sort of feel it. By the way, the name of this Shout Hallelujah comes from this melody. Shout hallelujah, shout hallelujah. So you can actually sing while you're playing it. It's kind of fun. Okay, so that is the right hand. Also, I want to talk about this progression. It's a fairly simple progression, but it's very common in gospel music. And what we're doing is we're in the key of F major, and we're treating it like a 7th chord, kind of a bluesy thing here, but we're going 1, F7 to 4, our B flat chord, and then we go to the 5 chord, which is our C7, Sus4. And that's the basic progression. Very common in gospel music. Okay, let's talk about the left hand. Left hand is actually fairly simple. Here's the left hand. Not much to it, okay? And hopefully you can just hear that and you can sort of mimic what I'm doing. The notes here are F to A to B flat to C. That's it. And then back to F, all right? And when I say 2, I'm referring to the same note, right? F, F, A, B flat, okay? And that's the basic groove in the left hand. The rhythm here is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then it just kind of repeats itself. Okay, let's put the hands together, okay? Here we go. We're gonna go nice and slowly, and here's how they line up. We have the F by itself, C, chord, F, next one, together, and then these are together. See that? Those actually coming together. And now B flat, and then together, and then together, and then you come back. Okay? It feels a little weird at first because you're sitting there thinking, this doesn't feel right. Wait, that B flat chord in the right hand, you want to put it there. Most people do, but we're pushing the beat. We're actually placing this chord in the right hand on the and of 4. This is a really cool technique we love to use in gospel music. It's called syncopation. And I talk about syncopation all the time because it's what gives music this cool rhythmic effect is the hands are playing against each other. So that's what we're doing, using some syncopation, and we're also pushing the beat. To push the beat means instead of putting the chord on beat 1, you're putting it on the and of beat 4. That's what pushing means, okay? So that's how the hands line up. Let's do it a little bit faster, okay? And this time let's do it with a walk up. There's a little walk up in the left hand. Actually, I haven't showed you this yet. That's it. So this is C, D, F. You see that? And I would use the bottom of your hand, okay? And then what I do is I do a quick shift to the pinky. Okay? You can go, 3, 2, 1 to the 5, but 1 to 5, that's a big jump, okay? So to minimize your jump, I go 2 to 5, or you can go 3 to 5. This is what I was talking about earlier. Fingering is subjective. You want to find the fingering that works best for you, but you also want to use fingering that maximizes your fingers. You don't want to use the same fingers too much. Okay, so great job. That's the little intro walk up, pinky, and we'll count the rhythm here. Okay, go ahead and play along with me, medium tempo. Here we go. 2 and 3 and 4. And that's it. That's the groove, okay? So you really want to work on putting that together. You'll make sure you get it at a slow tempo and then gradually increase your speed. One of the most common mistakes that I find my students make is they don't really master it at a slow tempo and they speed it up too quickly, right? And then they start making a lot of mistakes. So you really want to get it at a nice slow tempo. Even if the tempo is this slow, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. You're practicing this. Take the time. You actually have your whole life to learn music. And for most people, that's quite a bit of time. And so I just encourage you, take your time with this, okay? Hey, I hope you enjoyed this Shout Hallelujah groove. You can learn the full lesson at pianowithjonny.com. And I also have several other gospel grooves that are super fun to play. They're part of my Gospel Groove series, so be sure to check that out. And be also sure to check out the Piano with Jonny membership, because this gives you access to all of my video piano tutorials where you learn the songs and styles that you love. I teach things like jazz, blues, pop, rock, boogie, ragtime, swing, funk, Latin, so many great styles, and you get access to all of it. Also, you get access to a huge selection of sheet music. We do live monthly Q&As where you can ask me questions. We do live workshops together, and of course, you get personalized coaching from me as well. So be sure to check out the membership. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.